A lot of people, especially guys, struggle with shoulder growth because they're unknowingly making some common mistakes during their workouts. I want to share 8 mistakes that might be holding you back from getting those well-defined shoulders that really pop. Let's dive in and make sure you're doing everything right to get those shoulders looking impressive and muscular. First up, we need to talk about the range of motion in exercises like overhead presses. Next time you're at the gym, take a look at how people are performing their barbell, dumbbell, and machine overhead presses. You'll probably notice that most people don't lower the weight past where their upper arms are parallel to the floor. This is a big mistake. If you want to really work your delts effectively, you should lower the weight all the way down until your hands are at least at ear level. Going even lower, until the dumbbells are about shoulder height, can be even more effective. This lower part of the movement is where your deltoids get the most stimulation. The upper part of the press mainly works your triceps, not your shoulders. So, why is it so important to use a full range of motion? Well, research shows that training through a greater range of motion can lead to better muscle growth. For example, studies on squats have shown that full squats lead to more glute and adductor growth compared to partial squats. The same principle applies to shoulder exercises. When you lower the weight further, you engage your deltoids more effectively, leading to better growth and development over time. Essentially, using a full range of motion ensures that your shoulders get a complete workout, targeting all the necessary muscle fibers. If you want to maximize muscle engagement and growth, you have to make sure you're lowering the weight as far as safely possible. Next, let's talk about focusing too much on the front delts and neglecting the side and rear delts. This is a common issue, and it often happens without you even realizing it. The overhead press, which is a staple in most shoulder routines, targets the front delts the most. Plus, when you do exercises like bench presses for your chest, you're also working your front delts a lot. This means that many people have overdeveloped front delts, while the side and rear delts remain underdeveloped. The side delts are the ones that give your shoulders that wide, rounded look, and the rear delts contribute to a balanced and strong shoulder appearance. To balance this out, make sure to include exercises like lateral raises for the side delts and reverse flies for the rear delts in your routine. Focusing on all 3 parts of the deltoids is not just about aesthetics. It's also important for shoulder health and posture. A well-rounded shoulder routine can help prevent injuries and ensure that your shoulders are strong and stable. Strengthening the rear delts in particular can improve your posture by pulling your shoulders back and counteracting the forward pull from tight chest muscles. When you only focus on the front delts, you risk creating an imbalance that can lead to poor posture and increased risk of injury. So, make sure to train all 3 heads of the deltoid muscle evenly for optimal shoulder health and aesthetics. Now, let's move on to the next mistake: saving your shoulder exercises for the end of your workout. Studies show that the muscles you train first in your workout get the most benefit. If you combine chest, shoulders, and triceps in one workout and start with chest exercises, your shoulders will be fatigued by the time you get to them. This can limit the effectiveness of your shoulder training. If growing your shoulders is your goal, it's better to start your workout with shoulder exercises. You can even dedicate a separate day to train shoulders, biceps, and triceps to ensure your shoulders get the attention they need. By putting shoulder exercises at the beginning of your workout, you ensure that your shoulders have the most energy and strength available, which leads to better performance and more muscle growth. It's also psychologically beneficial because you're tackling your priority muscles while you're fresh and focused. You can push harder and lift more weight, which is crucial for stimulating growth. If your goal is to build bigger and stronger shoulders, make them the focal point of your workout, not an afterthought at the end. Another common issue is letting your traps take over during shoulder exercises. Some people feel their shoulder exercises more in their traps, which can lead to overdeveloped traps and underdeveloped shoulders. This happens when your form is off or when you're lifting weights that are too heavy. When you let your traps do the work, you're not effectively targeting the shoulder muscles you want to grow. To minimize trap involvement, try static stretching your traps before your shoulder workout. Stretching a muscle for 60 seconds or more reduces its activation during exercise. Additionally, focus on pushing your dumbbells out to the sides during lateral raises rather than just lifting them straight up. Also, pay attention to your form. When doing shoulder exercises, keep your shoulders down and back and avoid shrugging them up towards your ears. This will help you isolate your deltoid muscles better and reduce trap involvement. If you feel your traps taking over during a set, lower the weight, reset your form, and focus on using your shoulders to lift the weight instead of relying on momentum or other muscles. It's all about control and proper execution to ensure that you're maximizing the effectiveness of each movement. Now, let's talk about progressive overload, which is another key factor in muscle growth. Many people focus on increasing the weight they lift in exercises like the bench press, but neglect to do the same for shoulder exercises. To stimulate growth, you need to gradually increase the weight you use in your shoulder workouts. Even small increments, like adding 2.5 pounds a month, can make a big difference over time. Keep track of your workouts so you know how much weight you lifted and how many reps you did, and always aim to beat those numbers. Progressive overload doesn't just mean lifting heavier weights. It can also involve increasing the number of reps, improving your form, or decreasing rest time between sets. The key is to continually challenge your muscles and force them to adapt and grow stronger. Keep a training log and track your progress to ensure you're consistently challenging yourself. Small, consistent improvements over time add up and lead to significant muscle growth. If you're not progressively overloading your shoulder workouts, you're missing out on a crucial aspect of muscle development. Not doing enough overall training volume can also hinder your shoulder growth. If you only train your shoulders once a week or only do a few sets, that might be why your shoulders aren't growing. To maximize muscle growth, you need to do enough sets and reps. Try increasing your training volume by adding more sets per week and see if that helps break through your plateau. Research shows that there's a dose-response relationship between training volume and muscle growth. In other words, more sets lead to more muscle growth, up to a point. So, if you're currently doing 9 sets for shoulders per week, try increasing it to 12 or 15 sets and see if that makes a difference. It's important to find a balance between volume and recovery. Too much volume without adequate recovery can lead to overtraining and stalled progress. Listen to your body and adjust your training volume based on how you feel and your progress. As you increase volume, pay attention to signs of overtraining, like persistent fatigue or lack of motivation. Remember, your muscles grow during rest and recovery, so don't neglect these aspects. Properly balancing volume and recovery ensures optimal results without risking burnout or injury. A major reason your shoulders might not be growing is that you're not eating enough calories. To gain muscle, you need to be in a calorie surplus, meaning you consume more calories than you burn. You don't need to go overboard though. A moderate calorie surplus of about 5 to 8% above your maintenance level is sufficient to maximize muscle growth while minimizing fat gain. If you're not seeing progress, try tracking your food intake to ensure you're eating enough. Remember, muscle growth requires energy, and if you're not providing your body with enough fuel, it won't be able to build new muscle effectively. Your diet should include plenty of healthy, nutrient-dense foods to support muscle growth. Focus on whole foods like lean meats, complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, fruits, and vegetables. These provide essential nutrients that support muscle repair and growth. If you're struggling to gain weight or see muscle growth, consider adding calorie-dense snacks like nuts, avocados, or protein shakes to increase your calorie intake without feeling too full. Also, make sure you're staying hydrated, as water plays a crucial role in muscle function and recovery. Proper nutrition, combined with consistent training, is key to building those impressive shoulders you want. Finally, make sure you're eating enough protein. Protein is essential for muscle growth because it provides the building blocks your muscles need to repair and grow. Aim for about 0.73 grams of protein per pound of body weight each day. For a 180-pound person, that's roughly 131 grams of protein. You can eat more, but studies show that this amount is enough to support muscle growth without needing to go overboard. Getting your protein from a variety of sources, like lean meats, dairy, eggs, and plant-based options, can help ensure you're getting a complete range of amino acids. Timing can also play a role in maximizing protein's benefits. Try to distribute your protein intake evenly throughout the day, having some with each meal and snack. This helps maintain a steady supply of amino acids to your muscles, promoting muscle repair and growth. Incorporating a protein-rich meal or snack post-workout can be particularly beneficial, as it helps kickstart the recovery process. If you're finding it hard to meet your protein goals through whole foods alone, consider using a protein supplement, such as whey or plant-based protein powder, to make sure you're getting enough. To wrap it all up, by avoiding these common mistakes, you can make significant progress in building strong, well-defined shoulders. Remember to use a full range of motion, balance your focus on all parts of the deltoids, prioritize shoulder exercises, minimize trap involvement, apply progressive overload, increase your training volume, ensure you're in a calorie surplus, and get enough protein. It might take time and consistent effort, but with the right approach, you'll see those shoulders growing and becoming more defined. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more tips, workouts, and fitness advice. We're always here to support you on your fitness journey and help you reach your goals. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Keep working hard, and soon enough, you'll have the impressive shoulders you've always wanted.